I understand that you are someone who sees the good in others and genuinely believes in the innate virtue of people. Your heart is filled with hope, and you always seek solutions, believing that people can change for the better. This optimism is a wonderful quality, but it can also make you vulnerable to those who don't share your good intentions. It's important to remember that not everyone is like you. Some people harbor malice and ill will, and if we are not careful, we may suffer because of it. We want to believe that the world can be a better place, that hope in humanity is justified, and that kindness will prevail. However, the reality is that there are malicious people in this world, and sometimes they cross our paths. If we are not vigilant, we may become victims of their malevolent actions. It's crucial to pay attention to the signs and keep our distance from such individuals to protect our hearts and minds.
Perhaps you have already encountered someone who has shown true cruelty, who has hurt others without the slightest remorse, and who has exploited others' weaknesses. Sometimes these actions are so subtle that we don't even realize we're dealing with a malicious person until it's too late. Let's talk about the signs that indicate you're dealing with such a person and what to do if these individuals enter your life. Sign 1. Enjoyment in others' pain. Malicious people often take pleasure in witnessing the suffering of others. If you know someone who laughs or smiles when they see others going through hardships, this is a clear sign that you are dealing with a person with ill intentions. This behavior demonstrates a complete lack of empathy and can lead to harmful situations created by them for their own amusement. Imagine a co-worker who, instead of offering help when you are struggling, laughs at your problems, or a friend who, upon learning about your personal issue, makes jokes instead of offering support. These actions are not only insensitive, but also reveal a cruel nature. Such people may intentionally provoke bad situations for others to enjoy the suffering they themselves have caused. Sign 2. A desire for control. Malicious people often have an overwhelming need to control every aspect of their lives and the lives of those around them. They feel uncomfortable and powerless if they do not have complete control. They will do everything possible to make events unfold according to their desires and will abuse power if they are not met with resistance. Imagine a boss who insists on checking every tiny detail of your work, not because they want to help, but because they need to have full control. Or a friend who always decides where you will go, what you will do, and with whom, without considering the opinions of others. These actions show an obsession with control that can be suffocating. Sign 3. A strange feeling in their presence. One of the most obvious signs that you are dealing with a malicious person is a strange feeling when you are around them. You may feel tired, anxious, or just uncomfortable in their presence. This could be your natural instinct, warning you that something is wrong. Imagine being at a family gathering where everyone is having a good time, but there is one person who always makes you feel tense and uncomfortable. Even if this person doesn't do anything directly against you, their presence is enough to create a sense of unease. This could indicate that this person has negative energy or ill intentions. Sign 4. A lack of responsibility. Malicious people never take responsibility for their actions. They always blame others when things go wrong and love to play the victim. They do not admit their mistakes and make you apologize for them. Imagine a co-worker who makes a mistake in an important project. Instead of admitting fault, they quickly point fingers at you or someone else on the team, saying that anyone but them is to blame. This not only creates a toxic work environment, but also makes you feel unfairly accused. Sign 5. A habit of lying. Malicious people often lie. They lie for their benefit, and often lie just for the pleasure of it, or to manipulate others. They do not value your trust or friendship, placing their interests first. Imagine a co-worker who always makes up stories about their achievements at work, exaggerating or even fabricating facts to stand out. Or a friend who says they couldn't attend your event because they were sick, but you find out they were somewhere else having fun. These lies are not only dishonest, but also show a complete lack of respect for you and others. Sign 6. No remorse. Malicious people do not feel remorse for their actions. They never feel guilty for the negative impact they have on others. When confronted with their actions, they manipulate the situation to make you doubt your perception of reality. Imagine a colleague who takes credit for your work, and when you confront them, they do not express regret, but instead try to justify their actions by saying that without them, you wouldn't have succeeded. This behavior demonstrates a complete lack of empathy and remorse, revealing a deeply selfish and manipulative nature. Sign 7. Open cruelty. Some malicious people prefer to act openly and cruelly. They may be aggressive, hurting others with words or actions, and take pleasure in others' suffering. The absence of empathy and the ability to intentionally cause harm are distinguishing features of such a person. Imagine a co-worker who doesn't hesitate to make mean or humiliating remarks in front of others. They may point out your flaws or ridicule your ideas in meetings, not to offer constructive criticism, but to demoralize you. Sign 8. Warnings from friends and family. Often our loved ones notice harmful behavioral traits before we do. If friends and family warn you about someone's character, it's important to listen to their advice. They may have observed behavior that, with your positive outlook on the world, you may have missed. Sign 9. Contempt and humiliation. Contempt is one of the most insidious forms of emotional manipulation. Malicious people often express contempt for others, making them feel insignificant by criticizing their appearance, interests, and dreams. This behavior is aimed at undermining your self-esteem and making you dependent on their approval. Sign 10. Cruelty to animals. A person who mistreats animals often has deeper issues with empathy and compassion. If you know someone who abuses animals, this is a serious red flag. Cruelty to animals often extends to other aspects of their lives, indicating a fundamentally harmful character. Conclusion. Recognizing these signs is key to protecting yourself from malicious people. While it may be difficult to accept that someone you value exhibits these traits, it's important to prioritize your well-being. Keep your distance from those who harm you and surround yourself with people who respect and support you. Your emotional health and happiness are worth the effort.